Hello everyone, and today I decided to make something more entertaining for my channel, because to tell you honestly, I got a little bit tired of all the heavy analyzing recently. And you know what was boggling my mind at the moment? The fact that Skibidi Toilet series still has its haters somehow. And I'm not talking about the people that have some issues with Boom the creator personally, or weird YouTube channels that are misusing his work for making some pretty, inappropriate content, but about the actual Skibidi Toilet. Skibidi Toilet number one, if I may put it this way. And it seems to me that the vast majority of people that keep hating on this series don't even watched it past the very first meme episode, so they still think it's the same unserious and low-effort episodes. And well, they are really wrong to say the least. So in this video, I'll explain why exactly the Skibidi Toilet series is actually pretty great, and what you missed in its latest episodes that some of the people hating on the series probably didn't even watch. Now get your tea and snacks ready and prepare to watch this video to the end, because I saved the funniest part for later. And let's go! And if you're wondering why you should trust my opinion on Skibidi Toilet series, well, let's just say that I was into this niche for a really long time, and I watched its growth both in quality and length almost since the very start. And it was really exciting to see the birth of the new internet phenomenon that caught us all by storm. And I mean, the fact that it happened wasn't really that surprising. Skibidi Toilet was based on an absolutely insane concept of like, what if we'll put human heads into literal toilets and make them sing a dumb Skibidi Dop Dop song? And yeah, believe it or not, but it worked. And the very first episode, which gathered literal millions of views, was focused on just that. So no wonder that people who must have been familiar with Skibidi Toilet series just from this one episode find the whole thing brain rotten even to this day. But there is one very important thing. Before Skibidi Toilets, Boom, who is the YouTube creator of this whole series, used to make hundreds of funny animated videos with no particular plot, and the first 7 episodes of Skibidi Toilet were pretty much the same thing. They were silly and extremely meme-worthy, and that's what made them so popular among the Gen Alpha kids. But after that, an actual plot started kicking in. Although it was pretty simple in the earliest episodes of the series, so we were shown the confrontation between the cameraman race and those weird Skibidi Toilet things with G-Man as their commander and Skibidi Scientist as, well, the evil scientist with his head in a toilet. And we didn't know yet why they fought one with another, and it was just vaguely implied that Skibidi Toilets were infected humans before that must have been infected with some sort of brain-rotting virus. And this virus started spreading all over the planet. So in response to that Skibidi plague, the organization called the Alliance was created who was opposing this threat. And cameramen was the first race to be shown, but then speakermen have been added. And later we also saw TV men as well. So this was the basis of the major Skibidi Toilet plot until the lore started kicking in. And oh boy, if you didn't watch any latest plot-heavy episodes of it, then you're in for quite a ride. So, let me put it this way. The Skibidi Toilet originally started as a bizarre and comedic internet meme phenomenon around the weirdest concept possible, which quickly caught the attention of viewers and went viral worldwide. In its earliest stages, the series was primarily a collection of short and absurd animations with no consistent narrative, and they were mostly intended to be a comedic meme series by Boom. But Skibidi Toilet exploded in the popularity like crazy. Boom found out the necessity to pump up the regular episodes, not to lose all that hype, which couldn't be done without a nice little plot, you know? But the cohesive plot arc came much later. And before that, Skibidi Toilet was majorly looked upon as highly nonsensical or even degenerative hot garbage. And you know who were the biggest haters of the series, by the way? The parents of the kids who were obsessed with singing human heads in toilets. But that's the whole other story. So despite this unserious start, Skibidi Toilet still rapidly evolved into something much more than a meme. Because as the series progressed, it began introducing more characters, some of whose even had their own plot arcs, and a clearer narrative, which was completely established by episode 60, which I personally see as the second beginning of the series plot, because in this episode, the new Astro Toilet faction shows up right into the viewer's face, and we see a huge betrayal plotline between them and G-Man, the commander of Skibidi Toilets. And after this episode, Skibidi Toilets entered a widely new era and had been completely transformed. Episodes became longer, often lasting 3 to 4 minutes and even longer, and their content was often divided into multiple parts, in order to accommodate increasingly complex plot lines involving multiple characters and secrets. So what started just as the silly meme, then actually gave way to episodes with intricate stories, diverse characters, and even emotional depth, believe it or not. And in general, it marked the transition into much more complicated series. It was at this point that Skibidi Toilet started blending its meme origins with structured storytelling, showing signs of getting mature as hell. And as I've already said, one of the most significant development in the series was the introduction of major complex characters who began to have their own story arcs. And even though at first those characters were introduced just as visual gags like the Dark Speaker Man in episode 23, they later started showing their own personality traits, goals, and even struggles, giving us the audience someone to root for or against. And Plungerman was the perfect character of this kind in my opinion, who was both visually standing out and also had one of the coolest plot arcs ever. And alongside such characters also came a series of increasingly high-staked conflicts. And if you want to know what me and many other fans consider to be the golden age of Skibidi Toilet, well, it probably starts somewhere around episode 49 when iconic TV woman gets shown, and we're also close to the arc of Titan Speaker Man getting released out of the Skibidi scientist influence by his comrades from the Alliance. So if you didn't really like the vibe of the earlier episodes, I genuinely recommend you to wait until episode 49 and then you're probably going to be hooked for real. And also starting from this episode, we started seeing even crazier battle scenes as their quality skyrocketed through the roof, pretty emotional story arcs, and also truly insane plot twists that can leave your head hurting. But I'm not going to spoil anything to you in particular, so you could go and watch it yourself after you'll finish my video. Okay, and then the story takes a darker turn when it introduces the Astro toilets, which technically happened in episode 51, but they, as faction, got revealed by episode 60 mostly. But the full-round Astro toilets arc actually starts in episode 74 when they started actually invading Earth, which led to the near genocide of both Skibidi toilets and humans, because Astro guys have a real beef with Skibidi as it turns out. This storyline raised the stakes dramatically as we see how the humans, Skibidi toilets, and the Alliance suffer heavy losses in a battle for their survival. So somewhere near episode 67, the series started to get really serious and even dramatic, and afterwards they went in full dark mode. And although sassy humor is still there, of course, it gets pushed somewhere in the background as the actual story comes first now. So the kiddos watching the show are now getting familiar with such topics as war, destruction, and loss. Not so brain-rotten now, huh? The Astro Toilet's invasion served as a pivotal moment in the series, which pushed the boundaries of what started just as a gag-filled animation. Characters who were once seemingly invincible started suffering real losses and experiencing their own tragedies. The series' transformation from a lighthearted internet joke to a more profound and engaging plot-driven show has been really impressive to me. And it can also prove that even the most, unconventional concepts can evolve into something of a real substance. And I really hope that what I just told you guys in this video will prove that the reputation that Skibidi Toilet earned a very long time ago when it was more like a meme is currently unfair. Because many viewers who are only familiar with its earliest episodes dismissed the series as degenerative or brain-rotting due to its meme origins and weird concept as reasons for its lack of substance. But the series' current state demonstrates a clear intention to move beyond mere toilet humor, instead offering a more complex story and really awesome characters. And while it still maintains the absurd humor that made Skibidi Toilet famous in the first place, the plot, character development, and dramatic elements have already become central to the series. And in conclusion, Skibidi Toilet is no longer the simple meme series it once was. Through its transformation, it has proven that even the most unconventional ideas can evolve into something substantial and memorable. And yeah, I'm definitely saying all this not because Skibidi Toilet made me monetize my channel and pay my bills or something. It's just a really good show. Okay, jokes aside, I actually mean it. Go and watch it right now. Not because of the hype, but because how actually cool it is. And that was all for today. I really hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, hit the like button below and also be sure to write a comment below. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube and Discord channels not to miss my new interesting videos. And that was me, ISOTOILET. See ya!